Did you know? Mario's original name wasn't Mario, but it wasn't Jumpman either. Shigeru Miyamoto originally named him Mr. Video, and planned to include him in every video game Miyamoto developed as a sort of mascot. Even before this official naming though, Mario's design was referred to as Osan, which is Japanese for middle-aged guy. It's become well known that Mario got his name from Nintendo's warehouse landlord Mario Segali, but Luigi's name has a slightly more complex origin. Luigi's name comes from a pun on the Japanese word Ruigi, meaning similar. All of Luigi's character sprites in early Mario games were simple recolored copies of Mario sprites, and since Luigi was already an Italian name like Mario's, the name seemed to fit perfectly. Miyamoto has also stated that Mario and Luigi are mononymous, meaning that they have no last name. This statement also makes it clear that Mario and Luigi's surnames were incorrectly stated as Mario in Super Mario Bros. The movie, and that Miyamoto likely didn't have any part in the decision to give them a last name. According to Nintendo, the brothers are also twins, with Mario being slightly older than Luigi. The names of Mario and Luigi's evil doppelgangers, Wario and Waluigi, also have interesting origins. Although Wario's name appears to simply be a copy of Mario's with the M flipped upside down, his name is actually a portmanteau of Mario and Warui, a Japanese word meaning bad. So Wario basically means bad Mario. This is also the case of Waluigi. His name is a portmanteau of Warui and Luigi. Waluigi's name works even better in Japan, where his name is pronounced Waruigi. This Warui concept was potentially going to go even farther. While developing Mario Tennis on the Nintendo 64, there were talks of including a female rival for Princess Peach named Warupichi. The character was ultimately dismissed by Miyamoto. Another good call by Shigeru. And while we're discussing the origin stories of everyone's names, Bowser's Japanese name, Koopa, was chosen by Shigeru Miyamoto and comes from a Korean dish called gukbap, which is known in Japan as Koopa. Other dishes Bowser was almost named after were yuca, which is raw beef, and bibimba, which is a mixed rice dish. Although the Koopa Troopa enemies inherited Bowser's Japanese name, they have a completely different name in Japan. They're known as Noko Noko, which is a Japanese word that's onomatopoeia for doing something nonchalantly or unconcernedly. The Goombas are called Karibo in Japan, which roughly means chestnut people. A strange name, especially when you consider the fact that Goombas are based on shiitake mushrooms. The Goomba's sprite was apparently mislabeled by one of the developers of the original Super Mario Bros., as they thought it resembled a chestnut. This is why the Goombas in Super Mario World look like chestnuts. That said, they aren't technically Goombas, as they're defined as a separate enemy called Kariban in the Japanese games. There are many strange things in Mario games. Some secrets are easy to find, but some are hidden away or completely detached from the games themselves. In the PC version of Mario is Missing, there's audio from the Star Trek The Original Series episode, The Ultimate Computer. The file is named pat.wave and could be somehow linked to one of the game's programmers, Pat McCarthy. Super Mario 3D Land also contains some bizarre scenarios. The first is in World 1-3. If you use the binoculars and look upwards then wait, you'll actually see a UFO flyby. Another weird secret occurs in the worlds 4-4 and 8-4. In World 4-4, a ghostly figure appears if you wait by the flagpole at the end of the level, and what appears to be the same ghost appears in a window in World 8-4. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door has multiple secrets that were censored in the English release. The enemy Red Bones is called Barari Honenoko in Japan, which translates roughly to Bloody Son of Bones. This should have been altered to Bloody Dull Bones in the English versions of the game, but the name was effectively censored by removing any notion of a bloody death. This isn't the only case of blood being removed from the game. The house at the back alley of Rogueport's main square originally had a toad-shaped chalk outline and dried blood on the floor. Unsurprisingly, these signs of violence don't appear in the English version of the game. This is one of my favorites. Super Mario Sunshine has a very strange horror-inspired reference in the level Serena Beach. The mission The Manta Storm seems to be referencing Stephen King's The Shining. At the end of the book, which is very different from the movie, one of the characters notices a ghostly manta manta shape floating away over the hotel, and that it was paper thin, like a shadow. This shadow then broke into smaller and smaller forms before turning into smoke and drifting away. In the game, you break the manta into smaller and smaller pieces by squirting water at it until those pieces eventually puff away into the air. There's another strange secret in the Noki Bay. If you go inside the bottle where the red coins are, you should be able to find a small rock formation. Towards the back of the rocks, there's a small door inside that's impossible to open. By glitching the camera to see past the door, you'll be able to see a brown book on the floor. The book is thought to be a part of a scrapped mission, as the area's original background music is titled The Book in the Bottle. In Pokemon Red and Blue, if you go to Copycat's bedroom, you'll find a Super Nintendo with a game featuring Mario and a bucket on his head. This is a reference to the Japanese exclusive game Mario and Wario, another Nintendo game developed by Game Freak. It's strange that the game remained Japan exclusive, as the game itself is entirely in English. And finally, did you know that Mario may actually have a mental condition known as antisocial personality disorder? Hop through this warp pipe to see why he gets this diagnosis and what exactly it means for Nintendo's signature mascot. I'll be seeing you on the other side.